Okay. For those of you who know me, you know I'm certainly not going to let this prime opportunity go without making a mention. Now, we hear the name Shay, and the Shay is in stereo because we have Lin Shay, who is proclaimed a scream queen. There you go, folks. You knew I'd get to horror movies. And her brother, Robert Shay, who produced one of the seminal classics of the horror genre. Um, Lynn, you are this dignified, wonderful actress of the stage and screen, and you are doing this amazing autobiography show now on Theater Row. How'd you get into horror movies?
My big brother Robert.
Ah,
It really was. I never think about genre when I think about acting or character work. I really like storytelling, and whether it's comedy, horror, drama. I'm not married to anything. I really love just a good character and a good story. And the first opportunity I had really was from Wes Craven and my brother. I mean, they um, Bob had just begun New Line Cinema, which is become a very important
yeah,
company in our world.
indeed.
And yep, 1968. There we go again. There's that year.
Uh-huh.
And Wes came to my brother with this movie that I guess he couldn't get anybody else to make. And Bob said, sure, let's do it. And that's a keynote in my family. Let's do it. The answer is yes. That's something to always remember. Where I have a lot of no in me. I didn't realize I do, but it's like a lot of fear, a lot more than I'd like to have sometimes. But no, I'm not going to go. Well, all right, let me think about it. Okay, let's do it. When are we starting? That's sort of my progression. But so Bob was like that, and he said yes to the film, and lo and behold, it became very successful. And a New Line, did a lot of kinds of films, but that was the beginning, I believe, of the real sort of horror genre that sort of took the film world by storm. And then, of course, there was Critters, and which was a little sort of silly but scary little horror film. Um, and I mean, there's a whole roster of them from New Line, but that was how I started.
Really interesting. Your brother did it, and we can almost come full circle because you talked about your director on Tripping on Life when you handed him your first 10 pages, and he said, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah,
And of course, where did it all start with your brother looking at Nightmare on Elm Street and saying, "Okay, yeah, let's do it."
yeah, yeah.
With
It
the
was really,
same
it's
battle
true. That's
prop.
a resonant, a residential. It's a resin. I don't know what the word would be. It resonates. That word resonates.
Resonates.
Let's
Thank
do
you.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so and the show is really, I also a surprise to me as much as everybody else. We only had 5 performances here in Los Angeles. We sold out all the performances, and mostly the people were so affected, and that was what gave me courage. I mean, people. I've never done anything, I don't think, that's made people that um, kind of, they were both moved and engaged in a certain kind of very personal way. I think it unearths those feelings that I am having during the show in themselves, and so it becomes a real ball game between me and the audience of what I'm tossing out to them and what they give back to me, even during the show. And I don't mean verbally or anything, but you can feel it.
The
And
feedback, of course.
it is so. You said a word earlier, which is courage. Courage is very important. I mean, you can have fear, but you still got to have more courage.
And I'm going to give another word that I'm going to utilize on you, and that's inspiring. I have a great love of the horror genre, horror, science fiction, and fantasy, because I think it takes an amazing actor to build that kind of life. You have played everything, including a medium in one film, and you have brought these characters to reality. It's one thing to play real. It's another thing to make something real, and you do it beautifully. I think it goes from you when creating the reality in your bedroom of your dolls becoming an entire movie serial.
There
Uh,
was a movie.
you have shown that in innumerable performances, especially in the horror genre, where you create these realities. We get scared for you, so that says it all. And now, how much braver can one get? How much more inspiring can one get than to say, this happened in my life. I am now going to put it on stage in front of all of you so that you can learn from it. We should all get up and say thank you.
Well, thank you. What a lovely review of who I am. I mean, I honestly, I love life. I love living. I really do. And even when you trip on it, it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good when you do that too. Yeah.
Really. But I mean, there's really, and I think fear is a big, a stumbling block for all of us, you know, that it keeps you from doing the things that you love, the things that you would like to try to do. It's very, it's, pardon the expression, it's very insidious, and you have to be able to navigate around that to really do what's in your heart. I think that's really important.
That's wonderful. That's words to live by. Lynn, thank you so much. I know you're in a hurry. I'm letting you go. It has been my honor to speak to you. I look forward to your show. Tell our audience one more time. It's September 8th. It is in preview September 18. It opens on Theater Row 410 West 42nd Street. And let me see if I got this. The website to get tickets, oh so worth it to see this. Tripping on Life, the play.
.com, right, with no spaces between trippingonlife.com. It closes on October 8th also, just so you know. You have a full month.
So we have a month to see you. We have a month to see you. Terrific. And we certainly will. Lynn, thank you so much. It is
Thank you so much.
A pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Ciao.
Ciao.